Okay, so what we're going to do, first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull out our creamer. I use this, I get this at Aldi because it's actually got the least amount of sugars and added preservatives and whatnot. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get our milk frother. We're going to put that on there. And we're going to pour ourselves out 100 milliliters or 100 grams. Boom. We're going to put the cap back on that real quick and put it over to the side. And we're going to move on. We're going to move on to our next part. So this next part, we're going to go ahead and turn on our kettle. That's going to be set at 96 degrees Celsius. And we're going to come back over here to our scale. We got our little cup. We're going to tear that. And where? Okay, here we are. We're going to grab our beans. Turn that sideways. And we're going to go ahead and give ourselves, how much was it? 40? So I guess we'll do like 20 at a time, right? So there's the first 20. Now we're going to go ahead and skip over here to our grinder. This is the J-Max. This is the J-Max S by 1Z Espresso. However they choose to call that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put that in the grinder. This is a hand grinder. I prefer the hand grinder. Now this grinder does fit, I think it says up to 35 grams. But we're just going to do 20 and then 20, so that makes 40, which does put it over that 35 gram threshold. So now we've got our coffee beans weighed out. We got our water boiling. Now we're going to do one more thing to get us set up, and we're going to move over to the stove. So now we're here at the stove. We're going to go ahead and set our settings. Mine is an electric eye stove, and on you can see it goes from 1 up to 9 low and high. So we're going to call that roughly about a 10 setting stove. We're going to go ahead and set it on 5. We will be using the 6-cup mocha pot this morning. We're going to go ahead and take this apart. Okay, got it all nice and cleared out. We're going to move over here in just a second as we do all the weighing and whatnot. So now we're going to do the weighing of, what we're going to do is we're going to use the top part, the brewer, and we'll put the cup in there, and we're going to do a little tare. Okay, so now, just to let you see, I think this is a 2. This is the Zpresso J-Max X S. Sorry, it's on like a 2. There's a different range of settings you can have, but right now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our coffee in our basket. We are going to use 22 grams of medium dark roasted Sumatra. Like I said, I use that J-Max. I ground it on a level 2. You're thinking that's probably, looks like a lot. Looks like it's overflowing. It kind of is. But what you're going to do is you're going to just tap it. So just and that'll be just fine. I know it looks like it's a little more than it should be. Blow that out. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to the next part of the deal. So we are here with the next part where we're going to put the boiler. You can see the pressure relief valve on there. We're going to go ahead and tare it. Okay. Now we're going to take our hot water that we've already preheated to 96 degrees Celsius, and we're going to put in 240. We're going to put in 240 milliliters, or grams, because grams and milliliters are just about the same when it comes to liquids. Now we're going to move on to the next part, which is we're going to be putting the basket with the coffee inside. Then we're going to take the boiler, the reservoir. We're going to then I'm going to take a dishcloth, and we're just going to tighten it. Just kind of hand tighten it. Doesn't have to be super tight on there. We're going to turn that off, and then we're going to move over to the stove. Okay, so this is the part where you go ahead and turn this on. You can press that button, the red light will come on, and your milk will start heating up and get frothing. Now, see if I can get you zoomed in a little bit. So we're going to put this directly on the eye, as so. Now usually you'd have a timer running, but that's me using the phone. I do not have that option currently because I'm using the phone to record this. We're going to move you up. Actually, let me turn you a little bit this way, because there's something we are definitely going to need to see when it happens here. I'm going to pull you in just a little bit more. You love the close-ups. Now, like I said, this is going to take about anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes. It depends on a lot of variables, which includes surrounding heat and humidity. Did you preheat the oven? Did you preheat your water? Your grind size is also going to contribute to how fast this coffee brews. While we're doing that, I'm going to pull out my cup, my lid for cup. We're going to set that over here. Now, what I do, you don't have to necessarily do the same way. I'm going to go ahead and pour that into here. Okay. We got time. And while that nice foamy milk sits there, we're going to go ahead and pull you back. Come on, there we go. There we go. And zoom you back in, because something very important we're going to need to see here in just a moment. Keep an eye on this while I clean out the milk frother. Finish that off later because we do not want to miss this. Now, if you're new to the mocha pot, what you're going to see is you're going to see the coffee coming out of these little parts of the spout. Okay. Various techniques have been developed by coffee enthusiasts over the years about how to deal with these mocha pots. There's something that's called surfing, where you take the pot off the eye and then you let it sit and you put it back on, and you take it off, put it back on. This kind of helps regulate if you have consistent heating issues where you can't consistently heat it at a certain temperature. So you have to take it off when it gets too hot. You don't want to scorch your coffee, because then it's all for nothing anyways. If you're new to the channel, hello and welcome. If you're a returning viewer, thanks for coming back. If you like the content, maybe like and subscribe, and share it with your other coffee enthusiast friends. Can you hear that? We are about to start brewing. There's going to be a little hissing and rumbling. I wish I could be using my better microphone for this. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Look at that. So, I'm going to turn you around just a little bit. What we're looking for here is the coffee to reach just about right here where this pour spout starts to come out. This is a good level and a gauge to use. You'll also see that the coffee that's streaming out is coming out pretty consistently. It's not being forced out to the side. It's just kind of coming out and going down. It looks pretty thick and brown, mostly brown. When it starts turning white and starts getting out a little bit further, that's when you know you're ending your brew cycle. So in just a moment, crap, we're gonna follow it. Oh no. You see that sputtering? That means you're at the end of your brew cycle, but we didn't quite make it to that point yet. It's not completely white and it's not sputtering violently. So now it's starting to pick up a little bit. The color is starting to lighten a little more. There's more water in that reservoir, I can tell. Once you've got your recipe set, I think we're about done here. So hopefully I can do this without messing things up. So I think we're done here. So we're gonna flip that off, take it off of the thing. And now I've got a bowl of water. And we're gonna arrest the brew. Okay? This is horrible. Let me see if I can't pull you back out. So we got a bowl of water with cold water, and we're just gonna dunk you in there. Not past the safety valve, but just enough. It's gonna arrest that brew and save you from having a sour brew. Now we're going to go back over here. We got to make sure we turn that oven off, the stovetop. Now we have our coffee. That's all the frothed milk foam. I need better lighting. But now here we are. We have all of our coffee in there. We're just going to pour sort of in a circular motion, maybe a zigzag, whatever you please. Pour it slowly, pour it gently. You're going to have a little bit of time because it's going to be piping hot. And then once that's done, you're going to see a little bit of soot, a little bit of sediment in the bottom. That's okay. We're going to put that over in our bowl of water. Maybe. And we're going to let that finish cooling off. Meantime, here we are. Now you can take a spoon, a stir, whatever, and give it a little stir. A spoon might do you a little bit better. Take a look at that. Turn that off. We're going to take our lid, put our lid on it. And with your lid on it, you could even give it a little bit of stir, a little bit of shaking. Now that, my friend, is Mr. Randy's version of the Cortado. It's a little bit more coffee than it is the steamed milk. But a natural Cortado is going to be half steamed milk and half coffee. That coffee is, of course, supposed to be espresso from an espresso machine, but we used a mocha pot to make it, and it's just as good. And it made it a lot faster. Well, I mean, when you do it and you get it down, you can do it faster than going to the coffee shop. And it's a heck of a lot cheaper too. And you could vary it to your own flavoring delight. I use the Sumatra, so that's also very good. So let me know in the comments. What do you think? How do you like your coffee? Well, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Coffee. You have a good one.